Welcome back to the 2 Months Podcast presented by Shadified Salon and Barbershop here in Edmonton. They have three locations. They got one on the north side, downtown, and one in Ellerslie. And I am your host, Joshua Marshall. And we have two great guests with us today, and they're with the Ben Stelter Foundation, the Ben Stelter Fund, and they are here to promote the fundraiser for the Ben Stelter program and also Ben's Cup. Let's first get to Ben's father here, and Mike Stelter. Mike, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing really good. Thanks for
Nice.
having us on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, long overdue, eh, Mike? So we've known
Yeah.
each other for a little bit. We finally got to connect, so it's pretty sweet. So, and then the other guest we have in the waiting is Aariz Mawji. Aariz, how's it going?
Good, or good. Thank you for having us on, and really excited to be here.
Nice. No, it's great to have you guys on, and you guys are working on a lot of things right now. I have a lot of empathy and compassion because I'm doing something a little bit like you guys in a fundraiser and an event, but you guys got a little bit more of a bigger, kind of a beast and a lot going on. So and ours is it's still at the end of the day, it's great to raise money for charities and programs and stuff like that, but I'm seeing the how much dedication goes into it, and you guys got something going on pretty big. But first, Mike, to you, like how are things going, and how busy are the times right now as you're getting gearing up for two amazing opportunities here for kids and raising funds for the program as well.
Absolutely. Things are going good. I'm feeling so much better than I was about a year or so ago, which is awesome. And that's thanks to proton therapy in a big part, which is what we're actually raising money for to bring that to Canada, which is an advanced type of cancer treatment that Canada is currently the only major country that doesn't have it. And right now we're sending hundreds of Albertans and Canadians to the United States every way for that, or every year for that treatment. So we're excited to be working to bring that here. And how is it going busy wise? It has been crazy busy the last couple of months with a couple of big fundraisers that we have going on. But I love it. We're raising money and going right to the families and helping them out and putting it to good use. So it's going good. The foundation is busy, which is a good thing.
Nice, nice. And how quick do you think we're going to get that opportunity here in Canada? You think we're closing the gap in terms of where us Canadians not having to fly to the US, or where do you think we're at on that front? Because I
We
know
are. We're
that's
really close.
yeah.
So we've announced that we're bringing proton beam therapy to Canada for the first time. It's going to be in Edmonton.
Okay.
Everything's on track to break ground in the following year, so 2025, and it should be up and running at the end of 2027, or hopefully by the first quarter of 2028. It's going to be called the Ben Stelter Center for Proton Therapy and
Wow.
Neurosciences.
How special is that, Mike? That's I can just see the emotion in your face and as we're doing this right now, but that just must be somewhat of a huge relief, but a great opportunity to help so many people out too, right? So
It is. To have it here, we've met so many families that have had to say no because they can't afford to travel. The treatment itself is covered by Alberta Health and one flight there and back. It's not covered for other family to go down or companions really to go down with you. Accommodations aren't covered, transportation, all those other things. And to see that families have had to say no, I couldn't imagine having to say no for yourself, knowing there's a better treatment out there.
yeah.
But even worse, I couldn't imagine families that have to say no when it's for their child, knowing that's the best treatment available, but they can't make it work. So it's going to be huge to have it here. And to have Ben's name on it is, I can't even
Yeah.
describe the feeling. It's special. I wish he was here to see it.
Yeah, 100%. You're definitely doing a good job continuing his legacy. We know he's here in spirit and he's, on your lap, on your shoulder and every Oiler game and all that stuff too. And Aries, I kind of posed the question to you. How excited is it to be a part of this and help Mike and help the family and help, as you were saying before we hit record, there's about 100 people involved in this too, and just so many great people helping out. But how exciting is it for you to be a part of something so special in terms of helping so many people out?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting, and at the end of the day, we're all doing it towards a great cause. As Mike mentioned, this proton therapy is going to be a huge, huge game changer for Canada, and it's just a huge step forward for our country. And I could not be more proud and happy for everything that we're doing. And I'm so proud of everybody that's been helping and working with me on the Ben Stelter School fundraiser. everybody, all the student leaders and team members from the schools and my special directing team with me. That, it's just incredible. Always happy to do it.
Nice. That's pretty cool. So obviously you guys got something launching up here pretty quick in terms of, I think it's November 18th to December 5th. That you guys are partnering up with schools around the city. Can you kind of explain a little bit more about that, Aariz, and what that looks like, and how people can donate, get involved, and what's the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the school fundraiser was started in one school. I pitched it to my principal back in 2022, and it became the most successful fundraiser in that school. So we grew it to five, and then this year we're in 13.
Wow.
And now, and um we and partnering with these schools to create such an amazing initiative and such a great experience for other students has been amazing. And just getting to meet all of them too. But yeah, you can donate just if you go on the Ben Stelter crowd change and go into events, you'll see Ben Stelter School Fundraiser 2024. Last year's fundraiser raised 43,000. This year we're hoping for 100,000. It's a big goal, but
Yeah.
I'm sure we can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Get it out there. Mike, how special is this, and seeing Aariz be a part of it? You're just smiling here. But the Mawji family has been very near and dear to your heart over this time. And you can even speak on the connection that you guys have here too, Mike.
Absolutely. The Mawji family, we consider them our family. Such an incredible, special family to the community. Aariz's dad, Ashif, how he helped us start out the foundation has been incredible. But we had it started, I think in December, and it was shortly after Aariz came up and said, "Hey, I have an idea for a fundraiser. I want to take it to my school and start going with it." And he explained it to us, and it sounded great. So that was the first year. Then last year it grew. This year to see how it's grown from one school to, did you say 12 or 13 Aariz right
13,
now
13.
is it's incredible. It's huge, and it's so special to get kids involved in it in this way. Kids have such a pure heart in a sense where they just want to help, they want to do good, and it just teaches them so much and the importance of giving back. Where it doesn't always necessarily have to be the Ben Stelter Foundation. We love that it is right now, but just to teach them the importance of giving back throughout their lives, and as they grow up, it's going to turn them into good adults. But the team that Aariz has around him on the school fundraiser is so cool to see. It's huge, and the amount of hours that he's put into this is outstanding. He's covered off every detail to make sure everything is going to take off wonderful. But to be at his age right now and pitching it and running it for all these other schools is it's really impressive.
Oh, it's crazy. You just turned what, 15 a couple days ago or a week ago. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
You
so
saw the birthday post, eh?
I did. Yeah, you I saw that. That was amazing. Obviously, happy belated birthday. But I definitely
You.
agree, because I think the number one character in anyone should be compassion. And the biggest thing you have, if you can have compassion for people, because people aren't going to remember what you say, they're going to remember how you treated them. And if you treat someone really amazingly, they're going to remember that for the rest of their life. Even if it's in one encounter, you may never see that person ever again, but if you just treat that person with the utmost compassion and care, and how you treated them in a situation, and whether it's in a lineup of getting a coffee, or at a gas station, or at a grocery store, or at a hockey event, or at a charity event, it's going to go amazingly. One thing I wish, like, our society can somewhat change in a way is instead of like asking how are you, let's change and say, who did you help today? Because look at the amazing people you guys are helping in the circle that you guys have. When you have that, I think that can kind of bring our society together, and that's something that you guys are doing. So amazing, amazing, amazing. So things are going really well. When is the draw for the school fundraiser gonna happen, Aariz?
It's going to be on December 5th. It is going to be live on YouTube, just like last year. Um, last year we had Ben's younger sister Emmy pull out the winning ballot, and we might probably do the same thing this year. But I mean, that moment was so special, and just you know and the winner was Nellie Carlson last year. So it was the school I started in, but Nellie Carlson, really their team was so special, and a lot of members from their team are now on my directing team this year,
Wow.
helping other student leaders. So the two winning student leaders are um on the directing team from last year, and they're just so special. And it's Aiden and Anna. They've been helping other student leaders really run it too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's amazing. That's amazing. Mike, we one thing we see with like hockey players is just how amazing they are and how the support they have. And right from the get-go, the relationship Connor and Ben had was very evident in this the picture. And then obviously as time went on, very close. And not to open up because that I think is personal between what how Connor and his family help you guys out, but is there any which way you can kind of shed a light without sharing too much details and just in the relationship you have? Because I do think there's a time and a place where some of the private stuff should be private, but just the fact that you guys have the support of him, but you guys are also supporting him too, and that's can probably say another part of your extended family here in the McDavids.
Absolutely. Incredible and incredible family. Again, it's not even
Yeah.
just Connor. It's really cool, special. Every chance we get to see them. Um, he's such a good guy, and to see how we knew right from the start that it wasn't for show or anything like that. He's obviously a pretty humble guy and doesn't do things for the spotlight like that, or does things on the side. And it wasn't Connor doing anything for show with Ben. It was so real and just
It was pure, right? It was
is
just
a
yeah.
friendship, and they just to see how they sort of fell in love with each other. Well, Ben loved him so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
earlier, but the first time Ben met him actually was at the Mawji house. A chief had set it up, and Ben thought we were just going to see a chief to see his dog at home. So we're sitting
yeah,
on his couch
I remember that.
playing with the dog, and it was sort of near the tail end of COVID, where people still had to wear masks a little bit. And Connor walked in the front door, and he had a mask on, and a lot of kids, especially
Yeah.
4 or 5 year olds, would not recognize Connor McDavid with a mask. But Ben jumped up. And he's like, Connor, Connor, and he was so excited to see him. And then from there, they're just joking, and it was pretty good. Ben had him laughing pretty good a few times, and Connor's making Ben laugh too. But it was so cool. And every time we saw him, they would take interest in Connor, other guys on the team as well. But
Yeah.
it wasn't the regular questions, just like, "Hey, how are you?" and sort of leave it at that, or whatever it could be. It would be following up from previous conversations that they had and
Yeah.
knowing things that Ben's doing, or if you saw something on social media where Ben went or something Ben did, they would ask about it. And it was pretty cool that way and special. And a lot of the talk and conversation they had, as much as Ben loved him as an Oiler, wasn't even hockey related, which was pretty cool. But even since Ben passed, Connor flying in just for Ben's celebration of life was pretty special to see.
Yeah.
But Connor following up after on different special occasions, or Ben's birthday, for example, or just checking in after a summer to see how we're doing and stuff like that it's incredible. He's an incredible hockey player, but even better off the ice. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he really is. I had kind of just one little dealing more, I guess, with his dad, Brian. And yeah, it was just yeah, it's just amazing. Like as you know, I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so boo
Unfortunately.
all the boos, but unfortunately, but I remember when Alex Petrovic was with the Oilers at the time, and I was downstairs. As I think you guys would know, there's the family and friends room down there. So I was just down there when during actually a Leafs and Oilers game here in Edmonton, and I was just grabbing some food, and it was just me and Connor's father in there, and I was obviously supporting Petrovic and wearing his jersey, and he thought maybe I would have his brother or something like that, and he just said, "Hey, like anything you need, you let our family know." And I was just like, obviously I was a friend, I told him that, but just the fact that he extended an olive branch to be like, "Hey, we're here, we're all in this together," just says a lot about the people. And you said something earlier. I think the biggest connection with that I know and I've learned to understand of getting to know NHL players through this podcast is the connection is much deeper when you're not talking about the game. You're just talking about real life stuff, like if you're building a house or if you're, working or how did the day go and stuff like that. Like they know we're there to support them whether they're on the ice or off the ice. But I think at times they get enough questions about the game and all that stuff when you kind of just treat them as, because we're all just the same. We're all human beings at the end of the day. The fact that whether you play hockey or you watch it doesn't change much about who you are.
For sure.
You
I
know,
can think of one other story that was pretty cool.
yeah, sure.
When the NHL brought us down to Nashville to present the Hart Trophy for Connor last summer, um, it was a really special moment, and just to see how Connor cared, he was very gracious and lovely with our family. But afterwards, the event was over. They started doing their photo shoot and stuff like that. We saw him again, just said congratulations, chatted for a little bit, and we had left. We didn't want to bug anybody. And then they called us back and brought us in the room because Connor wanted to have a photo with our family and all the trophies, and just to be back in the room with all of his family as they got the photos taken. So just to see small things like that where he cared enough, and like the guy just won 4 unreal trophies for an unreal
Season.
season that he had. And he cared enough to call us back to make sure that we could celebrate with him and that we could be there to get the photos with his family, and to get a one with our family and him too.
Yeah.
Just speaks what kind of guy he is. He's very thoughtful and very caring.
Yeah. Was that the same one where, Paul Bissonnette was going at him with him and then Paul Bissonnette donated to the charity as well? Or Connor
Yeah,
called him out. Yeah. That was kind of a
yeah.
cool moment. Yeah.
That
So
was that was pretty special,
yeah.
especially as we're sort of sitting back there. We didn't expect it at all, and Connor didn't know we were there. So it was cool just to see that Ben's on his mind, and the amount of work that he does for the foundation is
Is
unbelievable. And I wouldn't go into anything for what he does. That's
yeah,
obviously personal with him, but
yeah.
his just his support is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it is pretty cool, and that's a cool thing. Like, we don't have a media pass with the Oilers yet, but we got one with the Calgary Flames. And when you hear stories, it is nice when you go into the locker room, you hear something, you want to talk to the player about it. But the players are so humble. They're like, "Hey, like I love that you heard that, but we're not going to make that public knowledge." Like, there's a privacy to it, which is really good, right? And um,
It's almost more meaningful when you hear that, right?
it is, honestly, Mike. It is. And Aries, how do you feel about that? Get you involved here. Like when you hear stuff like that, does that kind of, it's obviously good to hear, but it means like look at what you're doing, and you're a part of this too. It's must be pretty special to be involved in this beautiful circle of trying to grow great awareness, but great compassion and empathy and love and respect for everyone that we're involved here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, really, really the thing that warms my heart is just providing a good experience for everyone too. And like, I mean, when you hear stuff like that, like it's really, really special. And and Connor's such a great guy, and
Yeah.
he's really does it a lot. So
Nice. That's
yeah.
awesome. Ben's Cup. Let's get some thoughts on that. How excited are you to do that? You seem smiling again, Mike, like when bring that up. But where are we at with Ben's Cup, and how are things coming along on that front?
These are 2 fundraisers. Obviously, I'm super pumped for the Ben Stelter School fundraiser is awesome. People can still learn more at benstelterfoundation.com. We have a page dedicated to it where they can see and donate on there.
Okay.
Ben's Cup has taken up a ton of time, and it is awesome. We've been putting together this tournament. It's for U11, U13. We're hosting 32 teams total, which is a lot. It's a big undertaking, and a lot of this is new for me. But the team that we have and the committee for working on Ben's Cup, um, unreal. Just like the school fundraiser, just a great group of people that want to make a difference and are volunteering so many hours with us to get this going. Or we've been having meetings weekly just about since January, February on it. Things are planned out awesome. We're hosting nearly 600 kids. The
Wow.
kids have a fundraising aspect to the tournament as well. And we have some awesome prizes. So the top 40 fundraisers get to take part in an all-star game that we're putting on, which is really cool. We're going all out with that with custom all-star hoodies, jerseys, all sorts of swag. We got these awesome championship rings that we're having for the teams too,
Wow.
which is really cool. Hunter from the Oilers is going to come out and play with them, take part in it. We're having Robert Clark from the Oilers sing the anthem. There's a lot of cool stuff for it that way.
Yeah.
Um, we also have some pretty cool prizes for the top fundraisers. But right now, just with these kids, the fundraising pages have been open for about 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
they're already over 125,000 that they've raised. So they're working hard, they're taking it serious. And the really cool part is we've reached out and heard from a lot of parents because the kids are a little bit younger. A lot of them aren't on social media. It's their parents just saying, "Hey, these prizes are really cool." My son doesn't even know about the prizes yet. He just wants to make a difference. And that's from some of our top fundraisers, which is so cool. And just to see the heart of kids again, which goes right back to the school fundraiser, Ben's Cup. Kids raising money for kids is huge.
Yeah.
Some of these kids are maybe they're going door to door, canvassing sort of their friends and family a little bit, but they want to make a difference. And it's not just to win a signed Connor McDavid jersey or do different experiences. They see that they can make a difference, and kids are a powerful force.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't give them credit for it, but it's special. We're pretty pumped for it.
It is. It's kind of the theme of the pod today in that aspect because these things that you're learning now at this age are going to teach you all these great life lessons when you go forward, which is going to help us live in a beautiful kind of world and a society because you're learning these valuable lessons at this young age. So it is it is good in that aspect. So Aariz, how
Yeah.
excited are you for Ben's Cup and what kind of role are you taking on in the Ben's Cup?
So I'm not necessarily involved in that aspect of it. I was about helping around the Ben Stelter Foundation. Ben Stelter School Fundraiser is my main one that I do, but there's a couple other things that I do, such as my entrepreneurship and other work. So it's just um, these 3 months I do the Ben Stelter School Fundraiser, then switch over to other. But
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't tell you too much
Yeah.
about that aspect, but I'm sure it's gonna go great. And kids are amazing.
Yeah.
Kids raising money for kids, it's always special.
For sure. It sure is. All right, let's get a last little comment on you guys on the Oilers season so far. We'll get Aries first. How excited are you to see, this team back on the ice? And obviously, it was crushing to see what happened last year. But I know people kind of get a little crazy. Oh, it's not the greatest start that they've wanted. But people got to understand that it's a lot of hockey they played last year, and it's
Yeah,
a good recipe of a team. But how excited are you to see what they can do this season?
super excited. I was at Game 7 last year, and obviously it was heartbreaking, but they played super hard out there. The fact that they came back from 3-0 is from a 3-0 series lead is just shows the determination of the team, and they're such a great group of people, and I really hope they do it, get it done this year, and I'm sure they will.
And Mike, for you, and obviously seeing Leon extend his contract, and we know Connor will do the same, and seeing how emotional Connor was on the ice after getting his 1,000 points, and how much he loves this city and grew up here. But it's I'll say this, I've been saying this on the pod forever, Mike and Aries, is that generation of talent players like Connor and Leon, they win Stanley Cups in the cities that they grew and drafted and developed in. The history of the game shows that. There's no doubt in my mind at some point this is going to happen, and it feels like it could be this year. I know it's not the greatest that people are a little bit worried about, and obviously our thoughts and prayers are with Darnell Nurse. That was a tough injury to take last night, but we know he'll be back healthy. But how excited are you to see this season go ahead and what can be pretty sweet on the other end?
Oh, for sure. Last year was a really rough start to the season. This one wasn't great.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would have liked a few more wins, but it's a lot better than last year was.
correct.
There's a lot of hockey left, and I don't have any doubts. I'm pretty pumped for the team. I think it's going to be a good season, and I can't wait to see the cup here.
Nice. And then one more thing, Mike. I think you guys got something going on Monday, November 25th with Ryan Nugent Hopkins at West Edmonton Mall. I think it's all sold out, but Nuge is going to be there to do some autographs, right? I think in
Yeah, so you can they had it set up within West Edmonton Mall. They've been incredible for us to work with as well.
yeah,
They reached out and we put something together for people could pay $93. All of the money goes to the Ben Stelter Foundation, and they get to get photos with Nuge and Santa Claus together, which is pretty cool. And how many people have a picture of their themselves or their kids with a hockey player, Nuge and Santa? So it's pretty special. It sold out really fast.
yeah,
But we're super pumped for that. So we'll be out at the mall for that one. for the event with the table set up, and it's going to be pretty funny. I think we'll get some pretty good photos.
Yeah, man, you got so much going on. But it's all for a great cause. And I will close out on this, guys. I appreciate everything you guys are doing in the community, and all the best going forward. And thanks for taking the time on a Sunday afternoon to join us here on our podcast. And thank you again for everything you're doing. So all the best going forward, and God bless you guys. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm just going
Thank
to
you.
say
Yeah,
one other thing. You said,
yeah.
thanks for what we're doing for the community. I just want to say thanks for the community. They've been unbelievable to us and such great supporters, which are truly helping us make a difference right now. So thanks to all the listeners. Thanks to Oil Country and everybody out there that's been supporting us. It means the world to us.
There's so
Thanks.
many sponsors too to thank, right? Like I know you guys are like James H. Brown is a title sponsor with you guys, and you could like if you have them all there, you could thank them here, Mike. I'll give you the platform, but I know there's so many to thank. But I know how much James H. Brown supports their community and has been supporting for several years with you guys. But you know,
Awesome. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll go through it
oh,
super
I love
quick.
it. Let's do it.
Uh,
Let's do it. Yeah.
Thanks to James H. Brown, our title sponsor for Ben's Cup. We have Fan Fave, the NHL. Thank you for sponsoring us. PCL Construction, Boston Pizza, Bobdale Gloves, Sports 1440. I'm sorry, I have to bring that one up too. They've been a
Okay.
good supporter of
Okay.
us.
Yeah.
Volvo, Cars Edmonton, Astoria Lighting, Edmonton Kubota, The Hobby Spot, Strathcona, Warriors for their hockey team. Everybody out at the Ardrossan Rec Center and the county has been incredible to us.
Yeah.
Scotiabank, Sherwood Dodge, Sinbin Sports, Capital City Contracting, Pacer Chemicals, Connects Prefab Wall Panels, NOA Framing Experts, Advantage VM. We have Tylene Sports Apparel, Curbinator, sorry, Sherwood Park Bottle Depot, For Refuel, Talk Projects, DLA Piper, MGTI. We have Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen, NACO Commercial Property Solutions, Yegg Property Bros, Nietzsche's Pizza, Akash Homes, Rigger Up Contracting, Pharmasave Canada. Got two more here. Got Trax Tire and Transport. And last but not least, Pit Boss has been incredible to us. So that is a ton of sponsors we have, and we are so grateful for all of them.
Awesome. Aries, you look like you want to say
Yeah.
something to add too there.
Yeah. If I can just thank
Yeah.
first off my amazing directing team. So Anna, Aiden, Zach, uh, Kai, and and then all of the participating schools. So if anyone is listening and your student goes to this school, please check it out and don't donate if you'd like. Nellie Carlson, Brander Gardens, Donnan, Kim Hung, Nemeo, Spruce Grove High School, Linwood, um, geez, Glenora, uh,
There's so many, right?
oh
So
my God.
yeah.
I think yeah, you know who you are though. If that is, thank you to these schools for signing up. I'm sure I missed a lot. I'm very bad at this, but
No, 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 it's all
uh,
good. Hey, you're giving them the
um,
time, and they definitely know
yeah,
they're appreciated. So
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Perfect.
So
Well, all the best to you guys, and thanks for taking the time again to join us on the pod. And we'll chat with you guys very soon, and we'll stay tuned to what you guys have posted on social media as well. So thanks for everything, and keep at it, and get some rest too, you guys. That definitely going to be needed. So have a good one.
Awesome. Thanks for having us on. Really appreciate it.
thank you.
You're welcome.